In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the jobs that are going to be significantly impacted by the rise of artificial intelligence, or AI for short. Now, let's get in. So, you and I know that over the past 2 years or so, since the launch of ChatGPT, AI has really been, I would say, transformational. And it's fast developing. I don't think anybody can keep up with the pace. The pace of development is so rapid. And we are noticing gradually that the AI combined with certain, other things like automation. So, I'll just shorten it. It's the real name is RPA, robotic process automation, but let's cut it short, automation. Combining AI and automation it's producing such phenomenal results that there are certain industry categories or certain workplace roles that are just going to be eroded by AI. Not years, but we're talking of literally months. So that by 2025, there are certain careers that are going to be severely threatened. And why is that? We are gradually moving away. We're gradually moving from generative AI. Generative AI is you input something, typically text, into an AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude or Google's Gemini or Perplexity. And then these tools will give you back an output. So you ask it to write a summary of a book or write an article for you. Then out of the 50-word input you provided for the AI tool, it gives you back a 1,000 word output in the form of an article or a movie outline or a report, whatever it is. These are generative AI. And we have moved from text-based generative AI to where today we are in a multimodal based generative AI. What does that mean? Let me unpack it. Multimodal, simply in layman's terms, means multiple forms of input or multiple types of inputs. So one of the inputs I just described is a text input. So you typed something in ChatGPT and it gave you back a text, right? So that is text-based input. Now, with ChatGPT, I think 4.0 and up, you can take a picture of something and show it to ChatGPT to ask it to maybe describe it for you or maybe write a song that relates to that image. So you are putting in an image and it is giving you back text. You can also give it an image and ask it to change the image or add something to that image. So if you're using platforms like Midjourney, DALL-E, Flux, they can all do that, where you give it your own image and it will color correct the image for you. So that is, so you have text, now you have image. You can also feed these AI models now, you can also feed it audio, where you give it an audio transcription of a call that you had and you ask it to transcribe it for you, then it brings you back text. Or with advanced voice note in ChatGPT now, you can talk to it and it will talk back to you. There are models that you can give it, let's say your voice, and it will create a video for you. So that's multimodal. Multi means multiple types of input. That's multimodal. So with that said, let's jump into the areas that we could see potential disruption. First one, administrative and clerical jobs. They are at risk. What are these? These are like data entry jobs, administrative tasks or administrative assistant kind of role. bookkeepers generally. I'm not talking about accountants, but I'm talking about bookkeepers, right? These are like, entry level accounting role, and then like payroll processing. These areas, because of the advent of AI powered tools like natural language processing and RPA, which is the automation bit. So they are when you talk about automation, there are platforms like Zapier, Make.com, Gumloop, N8N, Active Pieces. These are all tools that, when combined with AI, becomes lethal. I mean, in a good sense. It's like magic. Something magical happens, right? If you love ChatGPT and it's magical to you, wait till automation is added to it. It's magical. It's lovely. So let's put it that way. It's lovely. So these can easily do simple tasks. I've seen automations today, not 6 months down the road. Automations today that can schedule appointments for you. If you're a manager or a leader, you can actually. I've seen one that is voice prompt driven. So you pick your phone, you speak to it. Hey, AI, I want you to check my email inbox for me. Tell me the most pressing things I need to deal with today. Anything in my inbox that is not necessary, I want you to move them into this folder, maybe a junk folder or an archive folder or whatever it is. You can actually even tell the AI to clean up your inbox for you. That, hey, any email I have already read in my inbox, move it to this folder that says already read. It can do that today. There are also AI assistants that today can schedule your appointments. You can, and also by voice prompt. I've also seen one with a text message. You send a text to a number, say, hey, look, can you book an appointment, book a 2 p.m. appointment on Friday with Mr. Alex Smith on my contact list. And immediately it will be done. You'll see the appointment booked, and Outlook or Google Calendar will send you the notification about your impending appointment. That is the world that we are in today. So these are going to be severely impacted. The second one is customer service and customer support roles. These are like call center operators, chatbot agents. I said chatbot, chat support agents, right? And help desk support. Why am I saying this? Because of AI-powered conversational agents or conversational tools that we typically will refer to as chatbots. These things are becoming so prevalent and they are becoming so sophisticated that they can literally do the job of a customer support agent. And I'll give you an example. I was on a call the other day in a mastermind group, and we had a speaker who came to speak. He runs a company called, I think it's Other Side AI. It's a startup, but it's grown rapidly. And he was telling us that they get like 1 million customer support tickets a month. And we on the call should guess how many customer support agents they have. Real human beings. Customer support agents they have to be able to answer those 1 million queries a month. And we were surprised. When he told us the answer, it's like, wow, this is amazing. He said they only have one customer support agent because the AI chatbots they have is able to answer 99.9% of all the support queries that comes into their system. And this is where we are going. And chatbots are they are tools. I would say they are AI-powered tools. What happens is that these tools get trained on your company's data. So the company loads that information into the brain or the knowledge base of the chatbot. This is nothing. If you are not an IT person, don't be scared. It's nothing. It's just jargons. There's nothing you can't learn. So these will pick the knowledge base. The company has, maybe the name of the company is Genesis, LLC or Genesis Enterprise. Genesis Enterprise probably may have been in business for 10 years and has all this literature about rule book, product line, service line, all these materials, HR material, marketing material, sales materials, and all this information gets fed as a knowledge base into the bot. And the bot is trained to respond based on the knowledge base it has just acquired. That simple. So this is helping many companies cut their support times to almost zero. And the cool thing is that the chatbots, they work 24/7. They never get sick. They never get days off. They never get tired. They work 100% efficiently. So most companies are gravitating towards them. The next line is manufacturing and assembly line workers. These are like factory operators, machine operators, quality control inspectors, and the likes. Why? Because of AI-powered robots. I don't know if you've seen, recently there was a launch by Tesla where they outdoored their robot, right? Their AI-powered robot called Optimus. And that robot is cool, man. That robot can talk, it can reason, it can chat with people, can do any manual task. So can you imagine a world where these robots become fully commercialized and are deployed on factory lines and the likes? Remember, they never get tired. They never get sick. Their output is 100% accurate. So you can smell the world that we are entering into. Okay. With that said, let's move on to the next one. Are you interested in connecting with expert professionals from the diaspora community? We've built something special, a platform called Find Diaspora Experts. This platform helps you connect with top-tier African diaspora experts to get advice over a video call. The use cases for such a platform are many, but let's just run through a few. The first one is this could be used as an expert resource for corporate training. It could also be used as a resource for keynote speaking engagements, also for executive coaching, for special consulting services, and then last but not the least, as a pool of expert talent for recruitment. So if you are interested in being the first to know when we onboard new experts or when we launch new expert-led cohort-based courses or training programs, then click the link in the description below to join our early access list. Thanks, and let's jump right back into the video. See you there. The next one, which is retail and sales jobs or retail sales. We're talking of cashiers, sales associates, and even inventory managers. Why do we think they could be exposed to this AI fire? The reason is very simple. That industry is actually been transforming. AI is becoming so good that now it's possible to run personalized marketing or personalized sales. You can personalize an experience for each individual. Until AI came in, it was almost impossible to personalize a sales experience at scale. That means personalize it for many people. It's difficult. You can only personalize maybe for 1, 2, 3 people, but you can't do it at scale. With AI, it's very easy to personalize. I think a time is going to come that you go to a checkout point to pay for goods, and you find cashierless stores. The store is going to be no cashier is going to be there. It's just a barcode reader or some kind of scanner. It scans. I know these big multinational retail outlets like Walmart, Target, Kroger, Tesco, Asda, and all those, they have those kind of things. But we're going to see more of it. And most of their aisles very soon are going to be replaced. I mean, most of their checkouts are going to be replaced by these cashierless systems that are AI driven. So assuming you're going to pay for that, you pay for whatever you shopped for, and then as you're about to, because it has your card, you put your card or whatever in, and then because it's It's AI and it's personalized. You can say, hey Isaac, like my name, Isaac. Hey Isaac, thank you for stopping by today. I noticed today you didn't buy milk. The last time you bought four tins of milk. Have your has the milk run out, or do you still have more cans of milk or gallons of milk in the house? I think you may need one. Those kind of errors going to come because AI can personalize that experience because it has all that data about your purchase experience. Your purchase history has it, and therefore it can make inference to your past purchase history and personalize the experience to you. That is the era that we are going in. Okay, so let's move on to the next. The next is transportation and delivery jobs. So all my friends in the courier and Uber and all those kind of ride hailing, the news may not be very good in the next year or two going forward. So like truck drivers, delivery, courier people, ride hailing people. Why? As Elon Musk launched his robotic the Tesla robot, that on that same day he launched the Tesla autonomous vehicle, the self-driving vehicle. And these vehicles are so robust and so efficient that people are going to be hailing rides without the need for any driver in them. Yes, if you're in the developing world, it will take some years. It will take time for that to trickle down, on a global scale. But if you are in a very advanced world and you are into that kind of business, you are going to see 18-wheel trucks delivering goods from one end of the country to another that are driverless. That era is coming, and it's coming very fast. Then we're also going to see changes in financial services roles, not in every role, but particularly entry-level roles like bank tellers. Maybe some loan officers may be impacted. Some insurance underwriters may go. Some even entry-level analysts, financial analysts may go. And that is the era that we are. That's the era we are looking into, because AI systems can make very soon. Even today, with ChatGPT's latest model, that is 0.1, which is the reasoning model. That's the model that can really think, and it can think and respond like a PhD holder. That is going to help create complex models, complex things that can really, like underwriting, insurance, insurance claims and all those kind of things, doing some analysis and things is going to be impacted. And even whilst we're on that, let me just throw this in. Anybody that's in entry level, data analyst, market analyst, any type of analyst, particularly entry level, is at risk. Why? Because today you can feed data into any AI model, query that data, ask it to give you charts, a whale. So I know some people, particularly in Africa, where people didn't have strong analytical skills, like strong Excel-based or data visualization skills. It's not very high, particularly in developing countries. But a lot of people are going to be able to leapfrog that or jump over that deficiency because of AI. And why? The work of an analyst is basically to take data, whether structured or unstructured data, and manipulate that data to bring out output that will help with upper level or management decision making. Or you take unstructured data, you analyze it, and that data now begins to tell a story. And that story is able to help your boss or managers to take decisions. That's the work of an analyst. And as I speak to you today, AI can do that. Okay. Then the next piece is going to be legal support jobs like paralegals, legal research, contract reviews. There are AI agents today that can review legal documents and analyze them. If there are tools like Perplexity, if you want to do legal researches, you can use Perplexity to do, because Perplexity is actually seriously a big competitor to Google. To me, Perplexity is like 100 times better than Google. And not only that, it's able to give you answers, and it's not just giving you options like Google. So you put in something and then it gives you options, then you click, then you check, you say, oh, this one is not relating, it's not really what I want. Then you click on the next one. Oh, it's not really what I want. Click on the next. Sometimes you have to go to page 2 to before you find something that's close to what you want. In AI driven search using Perplexity, to especially doing research, you don't need that. Perplexity will give you exactly what you want, and it will give you citations or references to where that answer they got for you was from, and it's amazing. Okay, then the next one is content creation. So copywriters, translators, transcribers, these areas are toast. Today you can use AI. Particularly my favorite in copywriting is Claude 3.5. It's amazing. If you've never used Claude is one of the large language AI models by a company called Anthropic, and their tool for me is the best for writing. As at today, it could change, but as at today is the best. So copywriters, your days of raking in a lot of money are numbered, basically. The next one is healthcare roles that could be impacted in 2025. Medical transcription, those who do medical transcriptionists, right? So what happened is that typically, especially in the Western world, you go to see your doctor. The doctor is supposed to record whatever thing that happened there. So typically, you see them writing, but sometimes the patient load is too much that they can't write, and they are supposed to not just write, but to transfer that writing up into what we call an EHR, electronic healthcare system, or electronic health record system, EHR. Most doctors, their core competency is take care of the patient. They are not typewriters. I mean, they don't have that time doing that. So typically hospitals contract, outsource companies, typically in India, Philippines, and the rest. And then what happens in the consulting room gets recorded in an audio format. So the interaction between doctor and patient get recorded, and then that recording gets transcribed by human beings. Today, there are platforms, AI platforms, like one from Adobe, Fireflies. There's another one, Otter.ai, there's Crisp.ai, many others, that can just give them the audio file and they will transcribe it systematically for you. Then when you add automation to it, so after it transcribes it, it will reformat it and then inject it into the electronic health record system. All automated, and it all happens, fraction of seconds, or possibly even longest, probably a minute. It's done. So that's where we're going. There are other areas in healthcare that could be impacted as well. That's radiology technicians, those who interpret images like X-rays, MRI, CT scans, mammograms. There are AI tools or AI agents that are purposefully for radiology image interpretation. I've seen one. There's even one that I've seen in Africa here. It's an African startup that did it, and they are achieving phenomenal results, where doctors will request for imaging, and then it gets sent to this AI platform. They interpret it, and the result is like spot on. So that era is there. So 2025, we're going to see more of that. Finally, in the area of education, the era of language tutoring is going to be over. So I feel a little bit for the guys who are running Duolingo as a platform. I think the clock, their clock is ticking, and the clock is on the wall basically for them. AI can translate possibly anything to any language now, and it's free. It's free. ChatGPT does it. There are so many tools that can do language translation using AI. There are tools that can do dubbing. So you are talking in English, but it will mimic, you want to take it and make you speak in Spanish, although you can't speak a word of Spanish. It's all there. Then the final is tutors or instructors that do basic level like math or science. Today, you could create an AI bot, and I'm thinking of creating one for my 7-year-old daughter. Create a bot that is going to tutor the kid. Is going to factor into it the temperament of the kid, their preferences. It's not every child that learns the same. Some children learn differently. Some children learn through play. Others learn through traditional means. Others learn through with certain kind of object or characters. So let's say if they see their favorite cartoon character teaching them math, they are more likely to pay attention than a math tutor teaching them. So math and science tutors at that level, they could be impacted as well. Hey, with that said, it's not all bad news. It's great. It's great news. Why? Because to me, I see the advent of AI more like the advent of electricity. It's transformational era. What happened? When electricity was coming, many people thought they were going to lose their jobs. But actually, what ended up happening was that electricity rather created more jobs. Yes, some jobs died, right? Like those who were making lampstands for manual manufacturing, making these lamps and things, kerosene lamps and things. They were run out of business, but millions and billions of jobs were created. I feel the same, that yes, AI is going to impact on certain jobs, but at the same time, AI is going to open up a whole new era of new jobs that we never thought existed just 2 years back. With that said, I would say if you really want to stay safe, then these are the areas you should position yourself to be in. The main area you need to position yourself, and I say this with a caveat, there are things in our lives that we can control. Other things we cannot do anything about. Don't focus your life trying to control the things that are out of your control zone. What AI can do 6 months from now is out of your control. 1 year from now is out of your control. So don't stress about it. Rather focus on the things that you can control. And what are the things that you can control? Things like upscaling. You can control, you can upscale and control. You can control that. So with that said, I would say roles that require higher emotional intelligence are going to suffer less, or they are not going to be impacted at all. These are roles that they feely, touchy-feel kind of human interaction roles. For instance, people who are into counseling, let's say youth counseling, adolescent counseling, psychiatric counseling, anything that has to do with this kind of applying high emotional intelligence. Your career is not going to be that much impacted by AI. Roles that, and particularly those in emotional intelligence fields, typically leadership roles. Every leader must have a very high level of emotional intelligence because you are dealing with people. Okay. So the next one is creativity. The areas that has to do with creativity. Yes, there are AI models that can create photos and images. DALL-E, Midjourney, Flux, many others can create that. But with that said, there's still going to be room for authentic human-made designs, authentic human-produced songs and movies and paintings and fashion design, bags, upholstery. There's always going to be a room for that. So if you're in a creative field, I think you are not going to be too much hit. Then if you're in an area where you solve very, very complex problems, you're also going to be fine. And then if you're in an area where you have to do strategic thinking, the same, it comes back to leadership. So roles that are more of leadership, dealing with people, leading people, managing change, that one requires human interface. So with that, you are not going to see that much of an impact. Okay. So as I said, what is in your control is upscaling, especially in the area of AI management. As to how AI could impact your work, you have to know. You shouldn't wait for your boss to come and tell you that, hey, look, hey, John, I'm sorry, AI is taking over your job, so let's see you later. You don't have to do that. You actually must know all the AI use cases in your particular role so that you can even become the change agent. I saw the story the other day, and this, to conclude this video, powerful story of a young man who worked at a company. I think they do logistics or something like that, and he works in their sales department as a sales development rep SDR. And in the team, the sales team has about 20 employees or so, and the company decided to introduce artificial intelligence, so they enrolled on enterprise AI for enterprise ChatGPT for their team, which is great. So, but when it came, a lot of the employees, particularly in his team, started playing defensive. Man, we don't want this. This thing is crap. It's nothing. And complaining. He took a different angle. He said, "Wow, I see an opportunity. I'm going to learn this." So in his weekends and his evening time, he will self-educate. He learned the basics of it, prompt engineering and, the different platforms, the different custom solutions as to do with sales. Then he learned automation. Although he has no IT degree, he's never been a programmer or anything of that sort. He learned that. Then he learned how to create chatbots for his own division. He did that. He didn't make much noise about it. 3 months into his journey, then they realized that this gentleman's work output, was 10x the output of all the other 19 SDRs or sales development reps in his company. Or when you put all 19 together and their output is, let's say, 100, he single-handedly was getting 10 times that. That's his output was at 1,000. Literally, I'm just making an analogy here. So very soon his boss recognized it, that wow, this is humanly impossible. The kind of results you are yielding is out of this world. So tell us your secret. Then he showed them, hey, I created a custom bot for customer prospecting. I have a custom bot for personalization of messages to prospects. I have a custom bot for follow-up. I have a custom bot for train the AI agent that trains me on objection handling. So sales sometimes is all about how to know what to do about how to handle objections. He has all these. He has another tool that helps him to analyze his sales performance. All these AI tools that helps him to write the best sales scripts for what he's selling. And his manager said, man, you can't do this alone. You have to train the entire team. It didn't end there. Don't just train the sales team, but now train the entire organization on how we can use AI. So they gave him a big promotion, fat salary, fat compensation, everything. And today he has transited or metamorphosed into more of a managerial role where he's now managing all the AI agents in this organization. So, my friend, thanks for watching. I hope you got some value out of it. I want you not to be beside yourself and not get left behind. Upskill, and upskill today. And you will thank me later for it. See ya.